Good morning. So today we are going to fill in the missing number. We're going to do one-step equations with adding and subtracting. So when you're doing this, you want to keep this balanced, okay? So if you have 6 over here and then 11, what can I do to 11 to make it 6, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 5. So 11 minus 5 is 6. For the next one, I'm trying to balance it with 10. So I'm going to add 6. And then here I'm trying to balance it with 15. So you can think about 2, okay? So if this is 15, this is 3. If I subtract it, I get 12. So 12 plus 3 is 15. So remember those relationships, like 3 plus 12 equals 15, okay? 15 minus 3 equals 12. So yeah, so see how you can like move the numbers around and they keep kind of like a relationship, okay? All right, so when you're solving equations allows you to find a missing value or variable. So the variable must be alone or isolated, okay? So if you're isolated, then you're alone, all right? So that's just another word for that. So you're going to isolate the variable. Sorry, y'all. All right, so you're going to isolate the variable using inverse operations. So if you see adding, you're going to subtract. If you see multiplication, you're going to divide, so forth and so on, okay? You want to keep your equation balanced. That's one of the hardest things. So what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. And you can check your solution at the end to make sure that your answer is correct, all right? So use the key to write this down, all right? So you have x, then you have 4 more, and then you have 10, all right? So this is going to be x plus 4, all right? X plus 4 equals 10. Oh, excuse me, x plus 4 equals 10, okay? So now I can take away something from each side, right? So take this away, 1 away. I'm keeping it balanced. Keep 1 away, take 1 away, take 1 away. So how many are left? 6, okay? So that means my answer is 6. Does that make sense? Is 6 plus 4 10? Yes, it is, okay? So this is 6, okay? All right, so remember, like, this is going to be just a regular x, this is a negative x, this is a positive 1, and this is a negative 1. All right, so looking at number 2, we can see that the equation has an x and then 2 and then 6 on the other side, okay? So we can write this equation as x plus 2 equals 6, okay? So I'm going to, I know that this has to be 4, right? Like 4 plus 2 equals 6. But to solve it, I can subtract 2 from both sides, okay? So it's 4. This one, this says, this is 4, is the same as 1 plus x, okay? So what do I add to 1 to get 4? Okay, so that answer is going to be 3. The next one says x, then we have 2 negative numbers, okay? And a negative plus a negative is a negative, and then 4, okay? So x minus 2, okay? You could also put plus negative 2, but we'll just do it like this. So x minus 2 is the same as 4. So what number could I subtract 2 from and get 4, okay? So that number is going to be 6, all right? So for this one, you guys, like, the other ones you can kind of cross out, like, okay, take away this, you left with 4. Take away this, you left with 3. This one, you have to add 1, right? That's how you get rid of this. Okay, they're not the same. So then you end up adding 2 of them, right? To get rid of those negatives. So that's how you end up with 6, okay? So this is 9 is the same as x minus 1, right? So to get rid of this, I have to add 1 on both sides, okay? So then that means my answer would be 10, okay? And we know 10 minus 1 equals 9, all right? So looking down here, it says solve the one-step equation, and then check your work. So to solve these, I'm just going to draw a line down the middle. This is called, like, drawing the river basically. So I'm going to add 6 to both sides because I do the inverse operation. So x equals 18. I'm not going to graph all of these. But that's how you graph. This one you subtract 5. Okay. So x equals 6, right? So we know that x is only going to be 6, right? It's not 5, it's not 4, okay? Because this is an equal sign, so that means for this equation to work, the only number that will work is 6, okay? For this one, I see subtracting, so I'm going to add 2 to both sides, okay? So 17 equals x, okay? I said this in class today, that when you're doing these, like I know like y'all can look at them and see the answer, but it's really important that you show your work because this is going to build and prepare you for 7th grade, okay? When you have 2 step equations. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides because I see adding. So x equals, x equals 13. For here, I see adding, so that means I'm going to subtract. So I'm subtracting 19 from both sides. So x is the same as 15 minus 9 is 6. Okay, so this is 16. X equals 16. That makes 16 plus 19 equals 35. This one. Something minus 22 equals 46. I know that number has to be bigger than these, right? Okay, so this is 88 equals x. Okay. Nope, not 88, 68. I'm sorry. 2 plus 6 is 8, and 4 plus 2 is 6, and that looks crazy. So the answer is 6. All right, so the last 2 that we'll do are these 2. So I see subtracting 27. So that means I'm going to add 27 on both sides. And don't forget about this drawing the river. So this is going to cancel out. So x is the same as 7 plus 1 is 8. So this is 58. All right, and the last one, what number do I add 33 to get 54? So I'm going to subtract 33 from both sides. So that's going to cancel out. 4 minus 1, 3 is 1, and then 5 minus 3 is 2. So this is 21. And 21 plus 33 is 54. Okay? And remember, like graphing means you just want to, you're just saying that the only thing that will make this true are these numbers. Okay? Because it's an equal sign. So it just has to be that answer or nothing. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in class.